There we go.
Hey guys, welcome to our Saturday night thrift haul. We go live every Saturday night at 8:30 Mountain Time to show you the junk that we have purchased throughout the week. This week is special though because about half of the thrift haul is from Sandy. She donated it to us, and so we are doing a special sale in her honor because everything either came from Sandy or we bought it at the Sandy Deseret Industries because Sandy is a city here in Utah. And so if you use code Sandy with a lowercase s, you will save 10% off, but this is 1 day only. And so the sale will end Sunday, July 2nd. And Caitlin will,
Is it the 2nd?
Today's the 1st.
Oh, is it?
I was like,
I don't know what day it is.
Anyways, at JamieRayVintage.com, you click Saturday Thrift Haul, it's all there. But not just these items, the entire collection is 10% off with the code Sandy, lowercase s. And Caitlin is on here dropping the link, and it will just run just over 24 hours. It'll end at 11:59, July 2nd, Mountain Time. So we're super excited. Let's get started because this is a very vintage thrifted home decor haul. Some of it's antique, but a lot of vintage thrifted home decor. So
yep, the antiques are fun and very unique.
And I was going to say a lot of the stuff that Sandy sent to us, she thrifted. So even though it was sent to us, it was still thrifted. So all right, sorry, I'll stop interrupting now.
No, it's fine. I was just going to get on with this box that I'm holding.
Well, let's get on with it.
So this was thrifted. It was $4. And we're going to paint it up, do something cool to it, probably some decoupage, maybe some stamping.
Or transfers.
It's going to be $49.95.
So I was thinking the seeds transfer, the bigger ones, do two, one on each side, so you would have a couple options for design.
So you can switch it up?
Yeah, because we did those smaller canisters. They all sold and everybody loved them, so I thought it'd be fun to do a bigger canister, but just put a design on each side. So that'll be $49.95 once this all painted up. Okay, let's talk about the rooster. Where is the little piece at?
I already glued it on.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't see that it's missing. So tell them about your rooster find.
All right. Love this big, huge rooster. Had a little bit of chip in the tail, but the piece is on it, so no biggie. And it was $8 for this big guy. We're going to paint him up. Get the kitchen fur off of him because he's probably been in the kitchen up on the fridge or
lots of scrubbing, degreasing.
He's big. He's going to be $124.95 when we're all done. And this is going to be fun to paint all the feathers and to ship because he is like porcelain or something like that.
I've been doing a lot of spraying, and so it's possible he'll get sprayed.
Yeah.
I think he's going to need primer. So I'll probably spray primer and then paint them and then wax them. The waxing's going to be tough, but it'll be cool. And those roosters sell really well for us. So if you guys are resellers, the larger ones, we always sell for over $100. They never stick around. I say that, knock on wood. So definitely look out for those. Those are good sellers. If you're a reseller, don't pass on the big roosters.
We actually have a lot of roosters today. I think 3 of them.
And a mug with a rooster.
And a mug with a rooster. Here's one. This guy's missing one of his toes, but that's fine. Going to get a paint job anyway. I feel like this rooster is almost sitting because his wings come all the way down to the ground. But
he's
I love
cast iron. Did we say that already?
I haven't, no. But yeah, he's either cast iron or aluminum. It looks almost like aluminum in there.
He's heavy. Aluminum's not that heavy.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Okay, he's cast something.
Cast some sort of metal. This is from Sandy, so I don't know how much it was. Probably would have paid up to $4 or $5 for this at the thrift store, and it's going to be $29.95 when we get it painted.
Do you want to let that dog
out? Well, he didn't bark until we sat down to go live.
Of course.
He's been out all afternoon.
We have no kids home, so we have nobody to let the dog out. Everybody is gone.
Can you go outside?
Jack is at his friend's house. Redrick and Brody, his BFF, are at, sorry, I need to take this off of Wi-Fi, are at the life shop. Odelia's somewhere with Cooper, I think. I don't know. They were out at the mall. And Eliza's at Paige's house. So all my kids are gone. But the dogs are like finally a quiet night with no kids and the dogs are barking. Go figure. All right. I think Caitlin already showed this one, but this is a cool basket we got from Sandy. So we probably would have paid up to $7 or $8 for it if we bought it. It's definitely skippable.
If you see me without my shoes on, it's because it's been a hot, sunny day in the heat. And I can't have shoes on my dogs anymore. All right. I would have been like $3-4. This is a big basket, lots of wire detail. It's going to be $39.95. Are we painting this?
No.
I was going to say, I don't think this needs painted,
I
but
think it's cool. It's got like a little bit of gold metallic. It's kind of distressed. It's good. Sorry if you saw me texting. I was texting Caitlin. She asked me a question. So, all right.
okay, so this is going in the not painted pile. I'm putting painted stuff over there.
Let's show this. I'm looking to see what's already sold. So if you guys see stuff that you like, be sure to check out, because when we first go live, everybody sees the entire collection and it can be sold before we even show it. So this little copper pitcher, it's copper and brass.
It's from England, Peerage, England.
Oh, English brass.
And copper, yeah.
And we didn't have to go to England to get it.
No, it came to us. It's from Sandy. It's going to be $22.95. And so if we were in England, we find these at the charity shops, similar items to this. I think I have one that was really close to it without the copper band around it. And I paid like, I don't know, 7 or 8 pounds, I think, for one. Might have been a touch bigger, but it's a good deal.
I love copper. Like I'm never sad when I buy it. And
Never.
I actually have a bunch of copper I need to polish and get in my cabinet because I bought it to use and it's been sitting on my church pew for a few weeks. We've been busy. It's been busy. All right, I want to show something else that's sold. This is a probably antique rolling pin. It's got a wood dowel in it, and the dowel goes all the way to this kind of mushroomy end. And then this part rolls, but the dowel does not. So you roll this. And I'm not painting it, and it was $24.95 and sold. Thanks for sharing. Oh my gosh, so everybody's talking about the weather. How warm was it today? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know.
We're talking about over 100 degrees. It was not over 100 degrees here.
No, it got to 89 here in Lehigh.
89?
Yeah, but our UV index was crazy. It was like, let me look it up.
Well, look how red you are. And we were up
in the mountains at 7,300 feet elevation, and we got toasty today, and it was probably only 78 to 80 there.
But the sun, it's like not a lot of shade where we were working at.
My apps are all messed up.
I did not mess up your apps. So we've been at our, I shouldn't say I can't say we've been at our property. We've been at a property that we own, because we're selling up the property we bought last year, but we're keeping the 40 acres we just bought. And a lot of people have been confused. But anyways, we've been up there for 2 days working on doing some excavation, and it's been sunshiny. And the first day I put on sunblock and I had an umbrella and I said, Zeb, I have sunblock. And I just figured he'd get it, and then he didn't. He got really burnt yesterday.
So our UV index was a 10, which the chart only goes up to 12. 10 is extreme, moderate is 3 to 4, high is 5 to 6, very high is 7 to 8, and we were a 10 today.
That's crazy. I'm so glad I had a lot of sunblock on today. So, all right, show me your little birdhouse.
So, fun little birdhouse. This is also from Sandy. It's going to be $14.95. We're leaving it weathered. I think it's lived outside. It's got some really great age on the wood. Might have had a wash on it at one point. But also, this could just be the way the wood looks after being outside and bleached in the sun and the weather. And I love it. $14.95. It's not very big. I was watching this spin while I hung it. I don't know that a bird would love the spinning, but they might like it. I mean, they live in trees.
Maybe they like to be dizzy. It's fine. All right. Next up, I have this pot. It was $1.50. And it's going to be $14.95 once it's painted. We do really well with pots in our shop. Delia's not out with Cooper. You're back. I thought you were out. And it is shiny, so I'll probably get primer or salt wash on it before I paint it. Am I related to Ballerina Farms? Nope. I wish I was, because
never met her.
They are amazing, and they also come from long-standing family businesses that have done well.
Also, they've got like a whole Jersey cow dairy that they're putting in. And
yeah.
We're excited about that. We're hoping we get local milk for when Buttercup's dried up.
Well, yeah, she's dried up right now. So
I know we need some.
But we're not related to Ballerina Farm. But I do follow them on Instagram.
Okay. These were made in Maine, and they say so. They're on the tag and stamped. These were also from Sandy. We're gonna paint them up. Oh, are we painting these? They have these little floral things. Oh yeah, that one's all.
Yeah, it's all scuffed up. So they're from Maine originally, and so I thought about not painting them, but
they're gonna be $19.95 painted. Just some little candelabras.
They're gonna be so cute. I love the just the dainty little details of them. Okay,
the paint piles over here.
From Sandy, Japanese tea cups. I don't know what they're. But they're not like tea, like with a handle, but they're tea glasses. I guess that's the word for it. And they're pottery stamped made in Japan. They have cute little birds on them. I'm selling them individually. I looked them up. They're actually pretty valuable. Where's someone with a price? So I thought I'd sell them individually. So that way, if you wanted to just go back, because if you didn't want to do tea in them, they'd be cute with a little succulent. So I like a little pot.
Like
that's what I thought. $6.95 each for these.
So if you weren't here right when we went live, we do have a little sale going, 10% off. Use the code SANDY at checkout and it'll take your 10% off of thrifted items, and the whole thrift haul collection is on sale. So just letting you guys know that. If you're just joining. Because there's I don't know how many people were here, but there's like close to 600 now watching. All right, brass duck heads. Love these so much. They're just.
Are they like? Could you put books in between them? Like, are they sturdy?
I don't think they're heavy enough to be books. Maybe like some light ones. I think they're just paperweights. I
priced them individually because I didn't think they were bookends, so they're $12.95 each. Yeah,
at first I thought that they might be like hooks, but they're. I don't think you'd put the duck upside down.
That would be weird. You could, I guess.
They do have holes back here.
But I think that's just because they're cast brass.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give that one to you.
These look like bottle openers.
I don't think they are.
They both have the same little hooky deal on the back. You decide.
I don't think so.
I think they can do it.
I'm going to take this out of the plastic. Hey, Cheryl. She said she caught a live with J and Z. So this is, I said color pastel, was that right?
Yes.
So it's an original color pastel.
And it looks like some water on them too.
Okay, yeah, because you can water them to smear, right? Came from Sandy. It desperately needs to be framed. It's really pretty. I like this art. It's just like kind of loose and free. It kind of reminds me of like Monet. It's not Monet, but I'm just saying like the artistry here. And
it says 24 LS3.
Whatever that means. It'll be $19.95.
It looks like it could also be like some sort of watercolored situation with pastels.
Yeah, but there's definitely color pastel on it.
Yeah.
It's fun. If you look up close, it's kind of a hot mess, but further away, it like changes the look of it. I don't know. It's in this plastic baggie. We actually have like these really cool plastic slips that we use for like ephemera and for our decoupage paper. So I will slip this in something a little bit better, even if we're just shipping it. And it definitely will look good in the store because I don't think this plastic bag will display well.
Yeah, the 6 foot rule applies to most art. Like you got to stand at least 6 feet back, and you'll get the. Back in there. Yeah, I wouldn't sweat it. Here, take these ducks.
I am loud. Maybe it's my mic, but you might want to turn the volume down. We have a lot of people that watch us that are hard of hearing.
Also, though, I'm hard of hearing. I was on the tractor for like 2 days straight, and I probably should have had some ear protection.
I might be loud because I've spent days yelling, Zeb! And he'd be like, I can't hear you. And I just go, like, because I'm used to just talking to you all day long. And so like things would come up in my mind and I want to tell you, and then it wasn't worth like screaming loud enough for you to hear while you're on the tractor.
So someone has felt pads on the bottom of this mailbox because I think they intended for it to be used. They had it like this somewhere, but someone, pretty sure that's permanent silver marker, wrote $4 for their yard sale. We got it for $4 at the thrift store, and we're selling it for $49.95.
And originally, wherever it came from, it was $68, like the retail store that it came from. So we're gonna paint it. I think we can make it look better than this like machined finish. Yeah. This is the classic example of like distress that comes from a factory, probably in China. It's not a great finish.
The texture's not bad.
No, the texture's
we
not
can
bad.
work
They're using
with the
a paint
texture,
job.
but yeah, it does need repainted.
They said the duck heads are off wood vintage ducks. I'll have to
Oh,
look
that's
them up.
cool. That's really cool.
Okay, now let's get into these pots. These all came from Sandy. This one has roses on it, and it's got kind of a rusty inside finish. I'm going to paint the outside and then bring back the rose detail. And this one's going to be $9.95 once it's painted. These are already painted varying shades of purple.
Just hit it a little.
Well, sometimes they stick together, but these are like pinky purple, and these are dark purple, and I think these are, I don't know. I thought I priced these. See if Kaylin. I'll wait for Kaylin to drop the link because I can't remember. I think like
are they all
$9.95?
Because
Those are all $9.95. These were cheaper because these
it's right
they're
here.
not as big.
$6.95.
$6.95, even better. $6.95 each for these. And then these buckets are scalloped. We're just going to clean them up. There's a few scuffs on them, but I think we can get the tags off. And I'm leaving them as is because look how cute they are. So there's like a light green, a pink, and a cream. I love the scallops. They have a little bit of rust.
So are those getting painted?
No. I'm
Okay.
leaving them the way that they are. They're $9.95 as is. Pads were on the back of the mailbox to protect the wall. Yeah, it keeps it from scuffing. Seems like
All
forever
right.
since the Paint-A-Palooza. So we've been alternating Paint-A-Paloozas because it's summertime, so we can't do one every week. So we did one 2 weeks ago. There will not be one on Tuesday because it's 4th of July.
Yeah.
So the next Tuesday we'll do a Paint-A-Palooza.
Odelia is going.
What did you say you're doing with that painting that isn't framed? So we are
frame it.
not doing anything. I'm just putting it in a better plastic sleeve because what it came in isn't great. So that way if it doesn't
not
sell
framing
tonight, no. I'm going to leave it the way that it is. Whoever get it can.
Then they can do what they want with their frame.
Because if I was going to frame it, I'd sell it for a lot more than $19.95.
Gotcha.
But in the event that it doesn't sell, it'll look nice in a new plastic sleeve in the shop.
Look at this fun little kitty that I found. It's carved wood. Someone's painted it,
Is it
like
wood?
a tiger.
I thought it was ceramic.
No, check out the paw.
Oh, it is wood.
Paw's slightly damaged, but
getting painted.
I'm gonna paint it. No biggie on that. It was $1.50. It's gonna be $14.95 once it's painted, but not necessarily loving the tiger stripes on the kitty. But he's ready to pounce, or she. Take your pick.
Tiger meow.
Tiger kitten. Maybe.
I'm looking and seeing what's sold. Okay, so the muffin tin, you want to show that? That sold.
Oh, loving this muffin tin. It
Yeah.
is like, it's got the thickest enamel on there ever. It's
I would use it to organize
super
little
heavy
small
duty.
things. I mean,
You wouldn't
or
cook
just
in
put.
this?
You could cook in it, but look how cute it is.
It is cute. Someone has cooked in it. We need to scrub it. I'm looking at it right here.
It'll be scrubbed before it goes.
But great enamel on this. The back too.
Does it have a hook or no?
Yes, it does have a hole, so you could
So you
hang
could
this
hang
on
it.
the wall. But where's the price?
It fell off. It's $19.95.
Okay.
It came from Sandy. Isn't that cute? All right.
I thought I thrifted that.
No.
Was that from Sandy?
Mm-hmm. I can't. How could you forget whether or not you thrifted something this cool? Like
Listen,
if I found this in the wild, I would never forget it because it's so cool.
I spent a lot of time in the sun.
Oh, Vicky says I had to have it or I would have
actively
cried.
forgiven.
It was Vicky. She got it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Zeb has spent a lot of time in the sun. Me too. Whenever Zeb's in the sun, I'm probably not in the sun as much, but I'm usually right there along with him.
Yeah, she drove the tractor today.
I learned how to
I
blade.
lost my tractor job, and I was like, well, looks like I'm not getting back on the tractor again today.
So when was it? Thursday, I drove the tractor hauling shingles for Zeb after we scooped him all up after he stripped the roof. And then Friday, he drove the tractor all day, and I did take naps and work on a fire pit off and on, and I made sure he had beverages when he needed it. But then today,
we only have one tractor.
We only have one tractor.
So when I would dig big rocks up that were the right size, she'd come grab them.
Today I worked all day. I took apart the shed. I ran into town for you. And then at the end of the day, I was like, there's 2 jobs left. One is blading on the tractor. The other one is to take all the parts of the
shed.
And mind you, I already took all the empty stuff to the truck, which is not parked close, and haul it over. And I was like, if I do the tractor, and Zeb can haul it, and he's stronger than me. He has bigger arms to like carry stuff. So it took me a while to get it down, but I bladed the property. So I bladed the driveway, and then Zeb excavated a like cabin site, and I bladed all that, and I did okay.
It's a very small cabin site.
It's like a tiny home.
It's more of like a camper site.
A camper. You can fit a tiny home like a
Yeah,
shed.
you could. So
most of the people out there do sheds.
So in Utah, here, let's show some stuff, and then I'll tell you the story about why people are putting sheds on their off-grid properties in Utah. It's really cool, and everybody's going to want to move here because of it. All right. So this is Corelle ware, and Jamie's got a whole ton of it. Oh,
I've been holding this for a while.
Tell them about that.
This is a rolling pin from Sandy. I actually love the size. It has regular sized handles, but the middle is smaller, so perfect for pastry. But I'm actually going to paint it, so you're not going to want to use pastry. And then Zeb's going to stamp it, and I'll paint the handles a different color, and it'll be $19.95. This came from Sandy, and I probably would have bought it for like $1 or $2.
Fix Rex. He's just out there barking.
Rashonda, Yumiko, Les, Vicky. I saw Sally's on here. Kai, Peggy. It's like the group is all together.
The gang's here.
The gang is all back.
All right, Corelle ware. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bowls. Are you selling them all individually?
Yes.
So $4 a bowl. These are from Sandy.
Yes.
We only have 3 mugs. They are $3.95 a mug, so $4.95 on this. Let's see, smaller plates.
How many plates? I put that we had
7.
1, 2,
7
3,
smaller
4,
plates.
5,
They're $5.95 a plate.
I need to add 2 more because I only put
Look at the image 6 on here. Let me bring it close.
I tried to count in the picture and I undercounted. I guess that's better than overcounting. Okay, so we have 7. You said we have 7 of these? So these all came from Sally too. This Danube print is highly collectible. I would have to say it's probably one of the most valuable Corelle ware prints that there are. And I have purchased it before, so I did know that. I put only 4 bowls, and there's actually 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? Somebody bought all 4, so I'll just send them the extra one. I'm not going to add that one to stock.
Very generous of you.
Well, it's generous of Sandy. She sent them all to me.
It was.
All right. And then the mugs are Corelle ware, and they're $3.95 each. Corning. So Corning and Corelle, aren't they like the same company? I don't know. Like some point one brand took over the other brand, so they coordinate and match, but these are Corning and these are Corelle.
This says Corelle by Corning on the bottom of the bowls.
So there you go. All right.
Okay. Oh, I'm running out
Vicky
of
says
space.
we had Corelle ware growing up because they were cheap and easy to replace. There were 6 kids in the house. And
you replaced a lot of things.
Do the dishes. My mom would get mad and smash them. You have to work really hard to smash those. I have the IKEA equivalent of Corelle ware. I personally like mostly to eat on white dishes, and so I just have IKEA white dishes, but they're made similarly and they hold up pretty well.
All right, really quickly. The reason that people are putting essentially sheds out on their off-grid property is because in Utah, a structure under 200 square feet is considered a shed and does not require a permit and does not raise your property taxes. And so they're building these tiny home sheds out there.
Some of them have more than one.
And yeah, like one property has like 4 in a row, but they're like kind of stacked up like they're sheds. And each one of them is under 200 square feet and, you know, tiny homes. It's really cool. Yeah, we will probably employ it.
You could fit a small shed on there for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, there was a small shed on there.
Well, I mean, maybe slightly larger than that now.
Yeah.
But anyways, so super excited. We're going to ship it. We're going to list it this next week. We're going to get rid of too many days in the sun. We're going to get with our real estate agent on Monday. I swear I can talk.
You were saying the R before you were done. Before you were done saying going to get.
You better talk about the mugs because I apparently can't talk. And then I will do these.
Too. These mugs
I have a few more things to show, but I'll let you do the mugs.
These are some Japanese.
We had a super chat from Sally Von Zwoll. Thank you, Sally. She says 111 degrees in Phoenix.
Oh, goodness, Sally. Get inside. Stay in that AC.
Holy moly.
You know, Phoenix is hot, but one thing they do right down there is they got great AC.
And they have a dry heat.
Yep.
Except for in August.
I mean, you could have a swamp in Arizona and you'll be fine too. But lay under it. We had a swamp cooler when I was a kid, and I would lay right under that vent like all day long. All right, these are Japanese mugs. Look at these birds on here.
Aren't they so cute? These came from Sandy too. Sandy did good. Like there are a few things she sent that got scooped up by family that you're not going to see today. So she did real good. In fact, she sent a quilt that my mom was like, oh, those are all my favorite colors. And my mom, like same day I brought it home, she washed it and it's on her bed already. She's so excited because there's a picture she's wanted to put on the wall, but it didn't match the other stuff she had going in her room. But the quilt brought all the colors together. So now she can hang her picture and she's very excited.
She was talking to me about that.
I said, Jamie, the shop looks great. Everybody in Lehigh needs to stop by. Was it busy today, Odelia?
I mean, yes, but no, if there was like 4 people that came in,
we had a super shopper today.
Yeah.
Red Rooster mug. The shop has been busier though.
No, Thursday it was insane.
Thursday was all day.
It was like
long.
nonstop people all day. Lots of people that came from out of state to visit. And we were at the shop, so we actually got to see
After
them.
today though, we're definitely gonna have to go in and like beef up the inventory because there's holes in, like
my friend Robin came that I've known since I was like 13, and
she was crazy.
She spent hours in the store, and I guess I won't say her last name for privacy, but her husband knows, so no secrets. She spent over $4,000 in our shop today. Like
we didn't even know we were out at the property.
Yeah, we were out at the property,
service.
So we had no idea because we didn't have cell service. And never have I ever had somebody come into my shop and spend that kind of. It was very exciting. I went through her entire order to see all the stuff she bought because now I'm like, okay, now I get to buy new inventory. It's very exciting. Anyways, all right, show them the rooster mug.
Red Rooster mug, microwave safe. It's not old or vintage. This one isn't, but just really great rooster print on the mug, and it's double-sided. So whichever way, if you're left or right-handed.
Kaziah's on here.
Hey,
Kaziah works with us too. She was with Odelia, so it was definitely something. Yeah, she was. Well, that's definitely. But it's fun. Odelia's like, do I get like a tip or a bonus or something? I'm like, plus bonus. She like single-handedly paid for your college this year.
Well,
first semester, whatever.
That's
so I will take it. We could call it the Robin Scholarship.
that is actually very true.
Because everybody else put in for scholarships and you didn't, so we're going to give you the Robin Scholarship. All right.
Okay, we've got.
We are not going to make it to painting today, I don't think, because
we're doing good. It already reset, but we're like half hour.
We're half hour in. I'm tired, so I don't know that I paint anything good. All right, why don't you talk about the enamel? We have 2 of these roasters.
So this is just a really great white roaster. Usually you see this style, and it's all blue or black, but this has got the black rim. It's white speckled. Painted. And it's dipped on the handles.
Yeah, well, is it dipped or hand painted?
So enamel is like powdered on, and then they
I don't
put
know.
it in an oven.
It's definitely not done by a machine because there's imperfections in it, which I love. So I know it's not Thanksgiving time, but it falls upon us.
You gotta get them.
So I'm starting to buy things for canning season. I'm starting to buy things for Thanksgiving. So we have 2 roasters.
This
roosters.
This one is older. This one is
show them the bottom.
I'm going to. This is the coolest bottom ever, and it's tiered too with the lid.
I thought I had the coolest bottom ever.
Touche. Who's got the dad jokes tonight?
I love the bottom on this. I've never seen this rounded bottom. Like that's all solid. This is like molded. It's just cool. It's like thick. It's like heavier gauge almost.
Look, it still has.
It's also 42.
Part of its original label on here. It hasn't even hardly been used. I mean, they probably cooked in it. Looks like they burned it in the oven and washed it once and then never used it again.
Got paper on it. And one of the things Odelia said that I forget to mention, I need to talk about. She's like, man, Robin got a lot of rewards points. So in case you didn't know, as long as you use the same email, phone number, credit card, Caitlin can confirm this. But as you do, you can get points in shop or online. What? Name and email. So then you can get your points online or in the shop, and we have a rewards program. So anyways,
There's
Robin
various
earned a
other
lot of
ways.
points.
There's various other ways you can get points.
Yes.
Like putting your birthday in, I think. I'm not sure what Caitlin did. There's a bunch of ways. So this is embossed savory on the side too.
Oh, I didn't know that. That is so cool.
I just saw that.
Yeah, no, it's good. It is so good.
It's $42.95. Who was ever so excited about an enamel roaster?
I get excited about all the enamel. Okay, next up on the enamel train, a vintage. I wish it had the full original label, but clearly they never used it because
it's been used once. It's
okay.
got a ring in here from
it's rusty.
It's been water bath before, but they might not have cleaned the top very good.
They've got like the original lid. It's like speckled, and this is a water bath counter. So normally when you get them, it's just a pot with a lid, but this one has the jar lifter. So if you're new to canning, I will get rid of
it needs washed.
The spider webs.
Yeah,
if you're new to canning, the jars sit in between here, and you lower them into the water, and then you let it boil, and then your recipe will tell you like how long the water needs to boil for that particular recipe. And water bathing in the United States is for fruits, not for vegetables or meats. So fruits and jams. In Europe and Australia,
they water bath everything.
They water bath everything. So you do you. But I'm just telling you, in the States, it's just for fruits and jams. I didn't know that until I got into some canning groups. And they can't even get pressure canners like readily available, as far as my understanding, in the UK and Australia. And so they'll water bath meat for like 3 hours.
Wow.
I
bet it's tender.
I'm going to pressure my meat just because I have a pressure canner, but that water bath is perfect for your fruits and jams.
It's a 7-quart.
Okay, last enamel piece. This one looks French, even though I can't verify it. It's the littlest like pitcher. Actually, it might be for tea. I don't know. It's got like a strainer.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
sometimes they just do it like that.
It like it's $18.95.
Liquid coming out.
Look how cute this is. All right, I think that's the last enamelware.
All right. Okay. Do you want to show them your cool canisters here?
Yes.
These were a sweet find.
Highly collectible.
Not painting these.
They normally come in 4, but one of them was missing the lid, so I took the 3 with the lids. I paid $2 down to 2, $1.50 and 1, and I'm selling for $49.95. They're mid-century canisters. They do have crazing, but they're in overall good condition, and you can see
online some of these were going for like $55 just for one.
Yeah, they've got the points on the bottom for the glazing. I believe they're California pottery. Yes, so they say California, USA on the bottom. So that's also what makes them collectible. And yeah, they're in like really good condition, surprisingly. I'm always shocked when things can go to a thrift store and not get beat up. So not perfect condition, but good condition. All right.
This had a giant candle on it, and we couldn't get it off at the thrift store. It was really on there. And we got it off when we got home. But I'll probably remove this nail unless someone's like, don't take it off, because it makes it like a hazard to ship like that.
Also in the shop.
Yeah.
What we do sometimes if they're in there and we can't get them off is we wrap them with bubble wrap and we ship them.
So this was $2 and it had a big candle. We actually put that in our emergency supply stuff because the candle wasn't cool and it was like dusty and stuff, but it'll still burn. But we're going to paint it. It'll be $19.95. Here, I have more candlesticks.
Rolla says, thank you for amazing prices in this economy. It's very much appreciated. Thank you. We try to keep, the reason why we did the 10% off sale was because we got all of that stuff from Sandy for free and I wanted to like pass it along. But in our store, all the pricing has to be fluid. I can't have something similar to something else marked way down because I got it for a lesser price. So I was like, well, how can I like pass this deal on? I'm like, I'll just do a sale on everything for like just over 24 hours and people can scoop it up and then whatever doesn't sell will be in the shop and the pricing will be correct. So, all right, these ones are mixed match, but
yeah,
we're going
$1.50. This one's metal. This one's wood. This one was also $1.50. The set of these is going to be $39.95.
They're going to get painted and they'll be a marriage. We do that all the time. And I've actually painted like completely not look like these look similar. So I've painted ones that don't look similar at all as a matching set and they look really cute.
So I thought that this pedestal would be great for candles, but also it's got a hook here. It's like a tiny little wreath holder, or maybe like a little sign. Or you could just put like a big, what are they called? The big candles.
Beeswax?
Sure.
Pillar
Candle. There you go. Lost the word.
Our pillars are
Is
beeswax.
this one
but,
on there? It didn't get marked.
Yeah.
It was
But I
$1.50.
don't.
I'm gonna take a stab at it and say it's gonna be right around $19.95. That's a guess, but
19 or 22. Let me double
feeling pretty
check.
good about that.
Let me double check. Pedestal with hook will be painted. $16.95.
$16.95.
What? That's a good deal.
That is a good deal.
Les said she was watching old videos of us and we were so young. That happens. We've been making videos for almost 8 years now.
So
I was in my early 30s and now I'm almost 41.
I was 33 when we started making videos.
We were young then. We used to move pianos. I don't do that
Jack
anymore.
was like almost a year old when I quit my job.
Yeah.
And came and worked full time with Jamie. But yeah, it's been a full 8 years now, and you know, there's been a lot of work in there in between. It's aging me some.
So all of these sold. These are like these sage
Oh.
green with porcelain little hooks.
I saw these in the thrift store. I loved them.
And we're going to print out something that's perfect to fit in each and every one of them. And I don't know, I think the same person bought all of them. So we'll try to make them cohesive so that way they can be used. But I think they'd be cute. I personally think on a board, like an old piece of wood, like a coat rack.
Oh, yeah. They had
So
hanging hardware on the
They were
back.
$1 each, and we're going to put artwork in them. And I didn't actually see. Oh, sorry.
How much were they?
I don't. Was one of them has a price tag, Justin?
No. Negative Ghost Rider.
And we are struggling.
This is what
today.
happens when you don't start at the top.
Okay. Well, I was tired.
Jamie started with what was in front of her.
$8.95. I wanted to say $9.95, but they're $8.95 each. And what I love is this is like oatmeal.
Yeah,
so
it's not a white.
It pairs well with the aged sage. Okay. Tarnished silver offerings. We have these. These are actually from Hong Kong. So that's kind of fun. Silver plated napkin rings, $19.95 for the set of 4. I think these originally came from the bag wall at Savers, but Sandy sent them to us. But if I remember correctly, they were in a bag. All right. Those sold. And then the cutest, I'm calling it a creamer. Maybe it's a teapot, but this is tiny. And I didn't want anybody to think it was like a full-size teapot.
Yeah, because in the picture, it's hard to tell. In the live stream, you can see how big it is. But if someone just doesn't catch the live stream and they see it on the website, they might think that that's, you know, this big.
Yeah, so $14.95. If this was a full-size one, it'd be at least $30. It's heavy.
Oh.
Like a nice thick bottom. It's a good weight. So $14.95 for this one.
All right.
Oh, the napkins rings didn't sell. The hooks did. Sorry, I thought that they had sold. I am bad. I got it incorrect. So you can still buy these from Hong Kong.
So we got this floral frame. You know, the weather, if people don't think it affects them, it's real. Because normally I work all day and I'm pretty good to go, but the sun has sucked all of my extra brain juices out. All right, this frame is covered with flowers, and I don't know. Are we painting this? It's got a good base coat.
No, I don't want to paint it. I'm going to put art in it. So I'm not painting. I'm just going to put art in it.
All right, it's going to be $19.95 with art.
Okay. All right. Next up, copper. So I love these on Christmas trees. We did it a while ago, and we like nestled this into our Christmas trees. So I'm going to start buying the copper molds I like. These aren't like they're copper painted.
Are you going to do a Christmas tree theme or like a Christmas decor in the cottage for season stuff? Or are we going to go in there and switch that out?
Oh, Christmas is happening. I don't know that I'm going to do like Thanksgiving. It'll probably just be Christmas. It'll get decked out. And it might happen before Thanksgiving because I don't have a ton of time.
Okay.
Depends on when we get the cottage renovated, when it's booked out for the Airbnb.
I'm hoping,
but there will definitely be a cottage Christmas tree. Probably the Christmas tree we had at our house last year because I'm doing a collaboration with King of Christmas. Oh. I'm getting a new Christmas tree this year. So I think I'm going to take the one from last year because it's kind of smaller.
Yeah, it would
and put it in there. And then I'm getting a 9-foot Christmas tree for here.
So I'm anticipating, we didn't get the roof done. We got kind of sidetracked and decided all right, we'll show some stuff.
Let me show
like
the
story time is so real right now.
Okay, $1.50 each, and I'm selling for $9.95 each. And these would be so cute for like in a Christmas tree, on the wall, whatever. I don't normally buy the rings, but this one has roses, like cabbage roses all on it. And I'm not seeing that a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
You don't believe me?
Well, I was looking from the back and then you flipped it around.
Yeah, from the back, it just looks lumpy. And so this one's $12.95. But how cute would these be in a Christmas tree? I did it a few years ago, and then all of my molds sold. So,
but also, how amazing if you actually can you bake in those, or are they for Jello?
You can do Jello. You can bake. You could put a meatloaf in them. I don't know.
How cool would the cabbage roses be on whatever you baked in?
I've never actually baked in them. Okay, did I say what I was doing with the white canisters? Do I have white canisters? I don't have white canisters.
White canisters on this one. The white canisters, if you saw them a while ago, that was from another thrift haul about 2 weeks ago.
IOD on them.
We put IOD on them, and they look amazing.
Storytime is Cheryl's favorite.
Storytime's coming. I'll get to it. We got some mugs.
Here's a pot. We're going to sell it as is. It was $1.50. We're going to sell for $14.95. I love like the fake moss on here is good. Underneath. It's terracotta. So we're not going to paint it. This is going to get repainted. I actually like it white, but it's all scuffed up. So I'm going to clean it as good as I can, and then I'll repaint it, and then I'll sand the edges a little bit so it has a similar distress. It was $2, and it'll be $19.95 with a fresh paint job.
All right, this is just a tiny little creamer. It was $1 at the thrift store. It's going to be $6.95. It's pressed glass, but it's a good job. It's hard to find the seam on that. And then I have a false graph mug. I was trying to find more, but I only found one, but I snagged it anyway. This was $1. We're selling it for $4.95. Today's the day of the mugs. It has almost, I can't tell what the design is on the back, though. It's like a different logo than I've seen. It's like a flame with a P above the false graph.
It's older, and it's impressed. It's not just like painted on the bottom.
Yeah.
All right.
That's going to be $4.95.
So, fun fact, there's like a whole pressed glass society. Didn't know. Cute gal came in. I can't actually remember her name right now, but that's just because my brain's fried. But she came in the shop last week, and she said, some pressed glass goes back to the 1800s.
Nice.
And the picture we have in the shop from last week, I think it was, for $19.95, she's like, that's worth a lot more money. I'm not raising the price on it, but I'm just telling you. She says,
she didn't get it?
No.
Is she not part of the club?
No, she is part of the club. She probably didn't need it or whatever, but she's like, she said it was from the 1800s. I had no idea. Anyways, so now I'm going to join the society and start looking a little closer at my pressed glass. This was $1 and I'm selling it for $6.95.
I just showed them that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
It's going down. I'll show the crock.
Show it.
This already sold. It was $1 and I think I sold it for like $13.95. And I'm going to put an IOD transfer on it. And I'm going to use traditional pots so that way it looks like it was always there.
This jar has the best bass tone. Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear that.
You're putting your lips all over somebody's drink dispenser.
It's going to need a serious scrub. Okay, so this spigot is brass down here. We're going to find a cork and put it in the top. Because we don't have what goes on there.
It's Italian.
It's glass. Italian. Usually when it comes this color, it's recycled glass.
We can't verify. It looks older, so I don't know if it's recycled or not. But it's beautiful. Made in Italy. I love the brass, like with the little flower. It's so cute. I didn't test it, so I probably should. But I am going to put a cork in the top. Me personally, it's too pretty. I probably wouldn't use it. I would put it like on the top of
Well, here's the thing. It's probably very functional for like 3/4 of the liquid, but then you get to the bottom and you're like, because this spout is pretty high up. Use it. We're going to put a cork on there. So if you want, you can use it. It'd be functional. We'll scrub it up real good. But
Sammy just bought that.
Maybe for looks.
She said she just bought the thing that needs a cork. Well, we're going to find a cork for it. I'd like, Zeb, do you think we can find a cork? He says, sure. So that might take a little bit more than it might take like a week or so before it gets shipped out, maybe a week and a half, because we got to find a cork. but Zeb says we can find one. So.
All right, really quick story time. The reason we segued out to this other property that we have that we're never going to go to, since we have another property that we want to work on that's way closer. It's like a 3-hour turnaround trip to our Fountain Green. We have 2 acres out there. And Jamie was listing all of the thrift haul and editing her video. And she was sitting on like a hardwood bench outside while I was up on the roof. She doesn't like me on the roof without someone to put eyes on me in case she's got to call 911.
You're my favorite human. I have to make sure you're
So
safe.
anyway, she sits out there and does like computer work and stuff on her phone while I'm up there on the roof. And our zero gravity lounger, really nice chairs were out in the shed at this other property. So I'm like, well, let's just go get the chairs. And she's like, well, we can't just drive down there for just the chairs. So we hauled the tractor down, ended up being 2 days, more than one day.
We should have stayed the night in Nephi, but we didn't. So we drove all the way back and all the way back out there.
And we graded it and got it all ready to go. But anyway, the reason we went was for these zero gravity chairs.
And guess what? We have them, 2 of them. They're fantastic. I napped in them yesterday. Because when we do projects, which we're doing the cottage, Zeb loves to work late, which is great. But I'm not as much of a night owl, but I don't like him to be working alone. So my solution is I have a blanket. I have a zero gravity chair. I will just sleep. And if he screams and something happens, I'm there.
Side note, though, when have you ever heard me scream?
Okay, valid. But anyways, you haven't almost died yet.
No.
So maybe you would scream.
Not likely. I mean, I stepped on a nail that went all the way up through the top of my shoe.
I've had nails.
Pulled it out of the board and kept working. Didn't say
that.
anything.
Roofing is the worst.
I don't scream. I'm not a screamer. All right. Trifle bowl dish, $2 at the thrift store. Back to the thrift haul. $22.95.
I love that.
One.
It's like fluted, like delicately
down
fluted
on the
along
bottom.
the edge.
Yeah.
And I love a trifle bowl. I like to put clementines in it when I'm not using my trifle bowl for like trifle or salads.
Yeah, they
or
look
whatever.
good. They're pretty. This is from Sandy. It's $12. Probably would have paid like $3-4 for this at the thrift
It's a
store.
chalice, a goblet, a pedestal bowl. I don't know what the word is for it. I'd put candy in it.
And then Jamie got all kinds of excited about this pumpkin. It's terracotta. I don't know if we're repainting it or not. We might be, but
yeah, we are
there's like
repainting
18 different prices on there. Oh, that's scratched out.
It's $22.95.
It
I'm
was
gonna
$1.50. I think it could be like a cookie jar or a candy dish or something.
I don't know. It looks like it has mold on it. Oh, it looks like it has a hook.
Oh, you know what that's for?
What? You could put soup in it. That's next
I don't
level.
think you could put
it
soup in
doesn't
it.
look like mold, but the green, it looks like mold to me, like the paint. So it's getting a new paint job. It's going to be better. But I was just going to say, Caitlin just announced the winner. So if you guys share out our videos on Facebook or anything you share, anytime there's a post, a video, whatever, if you share it out on Facebook, then we send out once a week, we pick out 2 to 4 people and we send them Happy Mail. And it can
Sometimes
be
4 because we forgot the
a
week before.
variety of things. I actually have some sample paintbrushes that are going to go out in some of the Happy Mail. I have some sample milk paint that got damaged in shipping. We send that out with a stencil and some decoupage paper. Anyway, so we have 4 winners. They are Jeannie Yao Hendricks, Teresa just 2. Sorry, we didn't miss last week. So there's 2. Jeannie Yao Hendricks and Teresa Acker Joachim. Caitlin, put your name in the comments in case I totally said it wrong. All you have to do is email info@jamierayvintage.com. We'll put in the we put it in like it's an order, but it's not. It's free. And the gals know where to pull from.
You'll get an email if you give us yours.
And they'll ship you something fun because I would rather send out Happy Mail every week than pay for advertising. So when you guys hit share, that helps us get the word out about our business. Okay.
We have 11 minutes to finish showing all the stuff.
Olive tree. I think it was a DIY project, which is pretty fantastic. I'm going to sell it for $99.95. This came from Desert Industries. I don't know how much it was. Oh, $6. I'm going to put moss in here because it's
got like stones in there.
Landscaping rock in there, and it's not
glued
great. So I'm going to put moss in because it'll look a lot better. And then we're going to do some sort of cool, like Italian looking finish on it. because I think that's just going to pair well with this giant. It's a
Like a
big olive
Tuscany
tree.
situation?
Yeah, like good Tuscany. But look how big it is.
Good Tuscany.
It's good.
It is big.
And it's going to be better than anything you can buy at the store because I'm going to make the pot awesome.
All right. Sandy sent us this little nativity. It's all here. I love nativities. I probably would have paid $8 to $10 for a full nativity.
Because it has the crush, it has all the pieces. We're going to paint the nativity, but not the crush. And then it'll be $42.95. So that back in the day, brand new at the store was $8.95. You couldn't get a sheep for $8.95 today, or $8.99.
So this is what it looks like. I'm going to leave it in its box because it's all wrapped up tight.
No, Mariah is in Tucson, but Ty is coming over. He had to work, and Caitlin is coming over with her boys for the 4th. And I don't even know, Odelia, are you going to be here for fireworks? Or are you guys? Odelia is going to Lagoon with Cooper. Eliza's going to be at a friend's house. So I don't even know which of my kids are going to be here. I think
Probably
the boys.
have the boys, and I'm pretty sure Brody will probably come over.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So our 2 little boys have brothers that they're friends with. So there's like a package deal. So sometimes we have 4 boys at our house and sometimes we have no boys, depending on whether they're here or there.
Yeah, pretty much they're one or the other. Yes,
yeah,
we got to go pick
gone.
Jack
That's why
up.
it's quiet. All the boys are gone.
All right, so this is Sexton USA. This is cast. It's painted, so I can't tell, but I want to say it's cast aluminum. It's not as heavy as
it's heavy,
cast
but not
iron.
as heavy as cast iron.
But how good is this rooster? And it's got hanging hardware on the back.
I'm going to paint it a light color and just bring the black back. And I think it's going to be really good. Sammy says, yay, it's hers.
$24.95. This was sent to us by Sandy. Hopefully you guys are putting the code in.
Code Sandy.
So that you're getting your 10% off.
10% off everything in the Thrift Haul collection. Not just what you see here. If there's something you've been waiting for, anything in the collection is 10% off until July 3rd at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay, we're almost. Oh, we got dolls too.
Yeah, so we're almost there.
Show them your urn.
I love this urn.
Tell them why I didn't want to buy it.
I almost didn't get it, and Jamie passed on it because it's full of that floral foam. It's like expanded type foam that they put in there. I think I can get it out. I'm gonna get it out.
You just best not leave it for me because I hate doing that. Every now.
It was $2. Once we painted, it'll be $39.95.
It was $51.50 originally from wherever it came from. Probably because it had floral in it.
Well, it's metal.
Dawn wanted me to show the wormwood bowl. That is at the shop. So that's not part of this week's thrift haul, so we don't have it here. But it was in the shop and wasn't listed online. So I photographed it and listed it because I remember you said you wanted it. So I'm hoping you're the one that bought it because it's sold.
Okay.
Oh, the rooster is not yet sold. Okay.
All right. This is Family Heritage Stoneware Classic a collection and made in USA.
It sat in someone's cabinet and they didn't use it. I mean, it's got like
Pampered Chef.
It's not because when you bake in them, they start to brown over time and then they're seasoned and they're good.
There's
just scuff marks on it.
Yeah, this needs just cleaned up. But in light with our all of our enamel ware, get some little cornbreads going in there, maybe some muffins, tiny little loaves of banana bread.
Blueberry banana bread with a crumble topping.
Oh, that's the stuff.
I know. Our blueberry blueberry bushes are starting to look better. Our sheep and our chickens got out a lot, and they decimated all of our berry bushes in the back of the shop, and so they're all starting to come back.
More art from Sandy. We are leaving this just as it is. It's awesome.
I think we're painting the frame.
I think we're painting the frame. It does have some scuffs and
well,
dings.
look at this side. Like it's not like you can see the brush strokes and stuff. So
this is an original work of art though. And once it's done, it's going to be $69.95.
No, I love the floral in it. It's good. It's like good granny floral. I actually kind of want to take the frame back to gold.
Oh.
Would that be weird?
Was it gold before? I don't think it was.
I don't know. It was probably wood, but I think gold would be really good. I'm actually really excited about this next one.
Show them.
Here,
you talk to them.
These came from Sandy. And the book's falling apart, but they're made to be like postcards or art. They're made to come out. Like they were perforated. And so I'm going to sell them individually. They're luck of the draw. They're from France, and they're all like French. They're watercolor. It looks like they're
like
watercolor black and
historical
whites French sites.
Yeah, historical sites. Yeah, they've been watercolored.
They're really, really cool. I probably will. I have this little mannequin with clips, and I might clip some on her dress, and then put the rest down. I think it's just Randy, the Press Glass Society. I think it's just called Press Glass Society. I don't know. I think it's on Facebook. I haven't done any research. All right, now I got to look those up because I don't remember. I think I made those like $12.95 each.
There
They're
we
really
go. That's
cool.
focused. They were all blurry before.
Odelia, would you take care of the dogs that are? You don't hear them, but that doesn't mean that they're not doing it.
So I've seen this
Oh.
building in person, and man, it is actually gold up on top and crazy.
Caitlin, I put
Like those, like these angels or whatever they're supposed to be, cherubs, are huge.
I put these in like earlier in the week, so they might have gotten buried. Sorry, I've got to look for the listing on these. I swear I did. Antique French print sold individually. It has not been made active because it was done earlier. Okay, sorry. They're $6.95 each. Now I just got to make sure everything is not. I think that's it. Okay, so they're $6.95 each. Caitlin, you should be able to find the listing. It was drafted still. So sorry, if you guys wanted to add one of these to your order, you can go ahead and order and then email info@jamierayvintage.com and Caitlin will combine your shipping. Sorry, those should have been live. I was actually surprised that none of them had sold. We have 16 available. They're shipped at random, and we're selling for $6.95 each.
I don't know why I loved this in the thrift store. The frame really spoke to me. It's going to get repainted. I'm going to try to fix this part of the glass. Don't necessarily love it. If not, though, like it might just hang out for a while unless someone else loves it more than I do. But the frame is going to get painted. I might just try to mask off this part of the glass and paint the glass because it's painted on the backside. It's going to be $39.95.
It's going to be something.
It's a bunch of people dancing.
It's actually a really important
It's from
painting.
1973 is when this print was done.
Thank you. Caitlin linked the antique French prints that are sold individually.
Which is wild. That was 50 years ago. My parents were born or were married in 73. They're celebrating their 50th later in this year in September.
All right. Kai says you have a good. So we knew we were going to include these boxes in the haul. And so we only went to one thrift store. The problem is the thrift store was really good and we had 3 carts full of stuff.
All right. This is all you.
Okay. These dolls we've
got
had
3
for
minutes.
a few weeks. I think they're really, really cute. Not everybody thinks so, but I am obsessed with like old bisqueware and composite dolls. That's a bisque doll. That one's from Germany. Don't make it look into people's souls, Zeb. Stop it. I got 4 dolls for $35 and they range in price, I think from $69.95 to like $89 or $99.95. I looked up each doll individually. That one is $69.95. Stop it, Zeb.
Somebody loved this baby.
That one is actually in really good shape. This one is in not great shape. I put in the listing like pictures so you could see them. I love their expressions on their face. Hold this one. That one is $69.95. I priced them accordingly. Like this doll would sell for a couple $100.
Booty, crocheted booty somewhere.
This one's my favorite. This one is probably in the worst shape, but she just has a really sweet little face. Anyways, this one is Ideal Doll made in the USA.
So you got all of these dolls for $35, right?
Yeah. I took pictures. I didn't put multiple pictures, Caitlin. I just took pictures straight on so people could see. And I put like that they were in rough shape. Like this one, you can clearly see that there's a little piece missing out of her chin. This one is naked and in the best shape.
Look at this. Look at this.
Creating Lives is the one I handed to Zeb is so adorable. Yeah, that one has like a box on the back. Let me know if you notice. FMB Bubbles. It's in the best shape. Did it make bubbles? Did it make noise? I don't know. That one is really cool though because it's in the great shape. And then we have the bassinet. So I'm going to paint this bassinet and display the dolls in the shop in it because I thought it'd be really cute, or at least a couple dolls in here. And I'm going to spray it like a dark color and maybe do a white dry brush or a whitewash. And it's going to be $69.95. And I don't remember how much I paid for it. I don't normally buy bassinets, but I just thought for staging the dolls, it would be really great. So that's what I'm going to do.
And now that we've left you with that image.
Leah says, well, it's best to be in shape when you're naked because that's in the best shape. Jeannie says, something never said about me, naked and in the best shape. Oh my gosh. You guys are cracking me up. Okay. If you guys want to buy anything that we have here, it's at JamieRayVintage.com. Click Saturday Thrift Haul. And don't forget to use the code Sandy, all lowercase, until July 3rd to save 10%. And then if you're local, please stop by the shop. Hopefully there's a few things left since Robin came in and went shopping, but I'm sure I'll be able to
We haven't been in to check
next week. I haven't been in to check, but I plan on restocking everything next week and having a good time doing it.
We're never short on some good stuff. So.
I'm good at shopping. It's like a superpower of mine. Thanks for joining us. Sorry we didn't have time for painting. I'm not sorry because I'm tired. I don't really feel like painting after being outside for 3 days, but we will get back to painting next week. So we'll catch you then.
Oh, Jamie and Zeb channel. We did not have cell service or any way to really edit. We were hustling. So that video will probably go out Monday. We have a bunch of stuff and footage from the property and the roof, and we're excited to show you that.
Yeah, so Monday we'll have a vlog video. Voting. So make sure you guys follow and subscribe to Jamie and Zeb. That's our vlog channel, and that's where we share the stuff that isn't necessarily about vintage selling and painting. If you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jamie Ray Vintage for more
DIY.
And we'll see you on the next episode.